when it comes back around full circle, we know what to do. Right? Right. We're going to jump off into these scriptures, okay? So Romans 12:10 is the first one. And it reads, be devoted to one another with authentic brotherly affection. I should have started with verse 9. I'm going to go up to verse 9 too. Love is to be sincere and active, the real thing, without guile, hypocrisy. Hate what is evil. Detest all ungodliness and do not tolerate wickedness. Hold on tightly to what is good. So that's Romans 12:9 and 10. I read 10 first, but you know. And Father God, going to 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 and 5. Next, love endures with patience and sincerity. Love is kind and thoughtful and not jealous or envious. Love does not brag and is not proud or arrogant. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not provoked nor overly sensitive and easily angered. It does not take into account a wrong endured. And in a nutshell, I believe that's just stating, of course, we're going to remember things that hurt us. And I believe even in prayer, we can ask for those things to be erased from our minds too. And some things, you know, God will allow to be erased from our minds. But even if we do remember those aren't things that we're supposed to continuously bring up and bring up and bring up and bring up and bring up to throw it in a person's face, especially not a spouse. If you forgive, then you forgive and you let it go. You don't hold on to that, because if you do, it's almost like it's something in the pocket for me to pull out at any point in time. And that's not love. That's not love. Oh, blessed God. Colossians. The other is Colossians 3 and verse 14. I have a whole lot highlighted. I'll just do 14 for the sake of time. Beyond all these things, put on and wrap yourselves in unselfish love, which is the perfect bond of unity. For everything is bound together in agreement when each one seeks the best for others. Don't you want to seek the best for your spouse? Don't you want them to seek the best for you? Yeah. And last week I was reading from the book of the Song of Solomon. I said, if you have not dove into the book of the Song of Solomon, it is a beautiful book. And it's like them giving just beautiful words back and forth to each other. It's just romantic to me. I'm like, this is the Bible, blessing God, come on. But anyway, I'm just going from the 8th chapter and the 7th verse. Okay. It says, many waters cannot quench love, nor can rivers drown it. If a man would offer all the riches of his house for love, it would be utterly scorned and despised. They be trying to kill the flow with these blessed God. We not doing this with all these horrible ads. Blessed Jesus. I guess I should have signed in, huh? Blessed Jesus. But I think that's definitely something beautiful. And it's basically saying that love, real love, true love cannot be destroyed or purchased. If it's real, it can't be destroyed and definitely cannot be purchased. It is what it is. And many people will try to have you in situations where they destroy what you really feel for someone. Or we're not going to go off into the purchasing thing. We're not going to go there. because I won't be able to touch on these other points. Okay, what I wanted to do in regards to how do you love? How do you express love? From last week that got cut off, it ties in. So I'm going to incorporate that in. And I was just talking about different things that you can do with each other that are fun outside of sex. We know sex is fun with someone that you love because it's a beautiful thing. This is someone that you love. You can get just as creative and whatever that you want to be. Anyway, we're not going to go there, but something to do outside of sex. I put number 1, reading to each other. You know, looking into each other's eyes and reading to each other. Of course, I mean something that's beautiful, something poetic. If you're poetic, if your spouse is poetic, you can write something to each other. Read it, you know, and I think that's just something that's it opens up another realm of intimacy, and it just gives you that time to be that leads up to, you know, the next thing. You know what I'm saying? Having a picnic at home, you know, candlelit picnics at home, little finger foods that you can feed each other. I think that's cute. It's sexy. It's something that you can, you know, just that closeness, that intimacy, and having conversation with each other, something outside of work. Something outside of work. Number 3, watching a movie. I said a chick flick, not something that's just action filled or whatever. That could be for another time, and that could be romantic too in another realm, but something that's like a chick flick, a love movie or something. And, you know, cuddled with each other. And, you know, you could start with one thing, lead into the other, and go into this. It's like lead up to that. Okay, you see where I'm going? 1, 2, 3, and 4. I said massages, like massages, and I mean like for real massages, you know, not just come here, let me rub your back or whatever the case may be, although that's cute when you sitting and, you know, bless a guy, but oils, you know, oils, candles once again, and, you know, being able to, you know, some nice music, maybe some jazz music, some, I ain't gonna call it old school R&B. One of the artists calls it real school, and I like that. I like that real school R&B. Something of that nature, and having those moments. And even if you're massaging, you know, each other, you could be doing something like praying over the body parts. I know it sounds a little corny, but it's the truth. You know, and you know, massages from head to toe. And I mean like foot massages. Like your feet is it's kind of a touchy subject for some people, but I think that's one of the most sexy things that you can do for each other, because that's your feet. But it's like, I'm blessing what you're walking on. I'm blessing what you're walking on. Hello, somebody. Blessed God. But I didn't want to be long before you, but I want you to think about it. How do you love? How do you express love? What are some things that you do throughout the day, throughout the week, to express your love to your love? If I call you my love, I want you to know that you are my love. Hello? And I mean outside of sex. Because, of course, that's one of the most intimate things you can do, because you're one physically. But what can you do outside of that that leads up to that? What am I speaking into you? What are you speaking into me? What are we doing to and for each other outside of that that leads up to that? Something to ponder on, something to think about. Yeah, this has been Marriage Talk Monday. I am Brandy. I pray that something that Holy Spirit has allowed me to speak registers in your mind, hearts, and spirits, and you can take it into your covenants and be able to use it and love. Yeah. So I will catch you all in the next one, and I am just saying to have a blessed rest of your Monday. All right? Peace.